Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Lost Caverns of Ixalan draft in the early access streamer event. Thank you so much to Wizards for giving me a free preview account. We're going to go pick by pick, play by play, talk through everything so you know what to do when you draft this format yourself. And yeah, if you want an overview style video, you can find that on my channel. I have a draft guide made with top commons, archetype overviews, and all that. Subterranean Schooner is absolutely bazonkers. You play this on turn 2, and it's so hard to win the game for your opponent. At least that was my experience when my opponent played it against me. It's just really a good card. So we're going to take this first. After that, I do like Dreadmaw's Ire. I like Scytheclaw Raptor. And then in the commons, I like Cogwork Wrestler maybe as my favorite one out of all these. Oh, no, actually I like these two guys more. The Deathcat Marionette has been really impressive. River Herald Guide has been pretty good as well. But this guy overperformed for me so far. What else? I think that I'd go Subterranean Schooner, followed by Dreadmaw's Ire, followed by Scytheclaw Raptor, then the Marionette, then the Wrestler, then the Guide. It's tough once it gets to the commons, but I think this is the common I would take out of this pack. Just filling your graveyard is nice. Okay, we got the Schooner. And as a follow-up card, there's not really a blue card to take. There is a Poison Dart Frog, which I do like. Blue-green is not an archetype I have seen people playing, really. Not one I've had experience with. Red-blue has been really good. But there's not really a red card to take here other than Monstrosaur, which doesn't really work. I could take a Tinker's Tote. I feel like that's probably the pick. This card has been great. There's also Dart Frog, but I've actually really liked this card. It's also an artifact. This is an artifact. Some artifact themes. And yeah. I think this card has actually overperformed the Cloud Guard. I thought the 3/2 flyer would be a bit better, but the cheapness of this card and the multiple permanents has been really good. Poison Dart Frog is tempting for sure, though. It's calling my name, and I know wherever I am. Oh, I just love the Dart Frog. Pick me, pick me. No, I must take the Tinker's Tote. The artifacts are what I need, he says, before taking a enterprising Scallywag, probably. There's also a Puke Petrify. There's not really a blue card that I like in this pack. Scallywag versus Idol of the Deep King is interesting. This card's also just been like solid removal. And I did just take a Tinker's. There are a couple of red cards that are good in this pack, though. I think Petrify might be the pick, though. I already have the Tinker's Tote. I do want to play the Schooner if I can. I could play this in a Schooner deck. Making treasures, taking names, classic Nicolai things. I'm going to take Petra. I'm going to take Petrify. Rewarded. I love Clarified Bricks. Clarified Bricks is great. So is Mischievous Pup. Pup is great with Tote. Bricks is good with Pup. Pup is good with everything. I mean, everything's great here. This is a great pack. Fanatical Offering and Snail are pretty solid. These two white cards are great. I think Bricks plays better with like Tinker's Tote. But Pup is just fantastic. I love Pup. Boom! Let's go! Duskrose Reliquary is fantastic here. Goes great with the Tinker's Tote. Goes great with the Clayfied Bricks. We still are in the market to play Schooner. So, I think we just take the Reliquary here, and we're very happy about it. Now there's another Tinker's Tote versus a Ruin Lurker Bat. I think the Tote's better. It's crazy to think about, but I think it is. Just way more value for your card. This is just pretty low impact if you don't like equip it up. And I do like Envoy, but I really love Tote, especially in my blue-white decks. Not a big fan of the Otek Clan landmark, but the Oltek Archaeologist is a really good synergy with the Tote because you sacrifice it, then you get it back. And that goes really well with clay-fired bricks as well, because then all your 1/1s are actually 2/2s. I like Envoy of the Okanek Ahau as well, as just a solid 3-drop. But I already have 2 good 3-drops, and I'm hoping to get even more totes. It's totes awesome. I find that you don't really run out of stuff to do once you get to like 6 or 7 mana, but this one's pretty good at the 5-drop slot. And 3s, you just want to be playing totes. Never leave home without a gnome. Oh my gosh, the flavor text is incredible. The flavor text is incredible. I'm going to take the Sunscribe here over the Bat. Just another artifact. And goes well with my Schooner. Just hard to use this card, unless you have equipments. This card's fine, but as you can see, we're heavily leaning into the white part of this deck, and we don't even necessarily need to be playing a white-blue deck. Glorifier of Suffering does go well with Tote as well. Also goes well with the clay-fired bricks to sacrifice stuff. I think I'm just going to take the land, though. This card plays great with Tote. Tote into this, you just start making, you like tap both all your stuff and make a 5/5. I'm basically mono white at this point. +2/+0 in Vigilance. Don't really want the red cards. I'll take the green card. And I'll have 1 red card, 1 green card, and 1 blue card. Though obviously my blue card's best. What? Envoy of Okanek Ahau? How did that happen? Last pick, green card, nice. Okey-doke. I know that this view is easier for reading the cards, but I'm sticking with this so I can see my curve. This is a pretty easy Mischievous Pup. The rare doesn't really do anything. The pup is fantastic. It goes great with Tinker's Tote. It goes great with clay-fired bricks. It goes even pretty solidly with Old-Tech Archaeologist in the late game. If you exile a token, it goes well with the Reliquary. Just fantastic pickup for my deck. As you can see, I'm basically mono white. I've not been having a lot of success with red-white, so I'm probably going to avoid that pairing. I also have been struggling with green-white, so I'm going to avoid that pairing. And I didn't do very well when I played blue-white either, but at least I have a good blue card. And I felt like I got more unlucky in that one than the color pair itself being weaker. Okay. Well, I'm just going to tote it up. This card plays well with Tote because you can tap. The Tote basically makes this thing cost 3 by itself because the Tote gives you 3 stuff. But we're toting. We're toting in our backpack. Never leave home without a gnome. Never leave home without a gnome. This card's also pretty decent. Yep, we're toting. I don't like the Miner's Guidewing. I'm not going to play that card. Ooh, oh my gosh. I almost took the Lord's name in vain. This card seems crazy. Draw a card for each artifact you control. Well, this makes 3 artifacts, and I have 3 of them. So, yeah. That's pretty dang good. I am happy that we are in this artifact direction. And at this point, we're going to probably just play blue-white because we have 2 great rares for our deck. And, how is white not open this direction? I took every single white card in pack 1. What do I even take? It's a travesty. I don't know what to do anymore. What even is the world? I guess I could unlucky drop. I could Synapse Necromage, but I'm not going to go into... I guess I could go into black-white. I have a lot of sacrifice fodder. Ooh, that's tempting. I'm not going to play this card no matter what, so might as well go for the sacrifice. And I don't think I need this card even if I did go that direction, so I'm just going to take the Deathcat Marionette. So there. Now I'm going to get a 2-drop, 2 mana, 2/3, sign me up. Old-Tech Archaeologist is fine, but it's more expensive, and I guess I have 3 2-drops already. I'll just take more Archaeologists. So mine. In a mine where 1,000,000 diamonds shine. Maybe this card's okay? Probably not, but we'll see. I don't think I want the mine card. I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops. 6 3-drops. I'm fine in the 3-drop department. Sure, we'll just keep taking Didact Echoes. We're didacting. Honestly, Abyssal Gorestalker is probably good in this deck. If I played black, which I'm probably not going to because this card's even better in this deck, but this card's pretty good with 3 Tinker's Totes. Pirate Hat. I'll take the snail. We wield the snail. What does that say about the rest of the table? I have 3 pretty good black cards here, and I have 4 blue cards, 2 of which are very, very good. 2 of which, medium. Honestly, the Abyssal Goreclaws aren't looking terrible to me. I think Shipwreck Sentry's better, though, because, as I said, Braided Net just seems really, really good in this deck. And I don't think I need multiple Gore or whatever, even if I did go that direction. I think I'd rather get a 2-for-1 from this card than from playing the Reminiscence. And this card's also good card value, but I'll take the white card just so I don't pass it. I think this deck is looking good. I'm pretty happy with it at the moment. We'll see what card we open pack 3. If it's better than Schooner and Braided Net combined, we could totally swap into black. But Schooner, as I said, is great. Oh my gosh. Another black card. There's some pretty good craft cards we could get. There's not a lot of blue cards that I'm super happy playing. We've got a lot of black cards here very late. Oh, baby. This card is so good in my deck. Oh my gosh. I can flip this on like turn 4. Play Tote into this. Whenever you cast an artifact, you get, or a creature with this mana, you get to make another. Oh my gosh, this card is perfect. This may be the best rare I could have possibly opened for my deck. Oh my gosh. I really wanted to play just all artifacts. Now there's a clay-fired bricks. Oh, this is perfect for me. Oh my gosh. This is exactly what I wanted. I'm like mono white artifacts. How many artifacts do I have? I have 10 artifacts, and each of these makes 3 artifacts a pop. Wow. This is another great pickup. This is another great pickup for sure. Easy pick. 21 cards. I think the fact that I get these 3 blue cards is enough to make me pair blue with white. These are all quite good, especially this one. Thousand Moon Smithy. I love the strategy table they're at. Well, this is another perfect pickup. Duskrose Reliquary, sign me up. Just incredible. I'm like mono white. I'm just thinking about the deck, so I'm going to take that card and then plan. I have 22 cards here, but this is a land, so it's really 21. So I could cut these 4, just play these 2. If there's any white cards that I want. Okay, so we see some black cards here that are okay. There's an artifact here. I think I'm just going to take Quicksand Whirlpool. I have 1, 2, 3 removal spells right now. And I think Quicksand Whirlpool is fine. Good enough to be worth playing. Just going to stick to my guns here. This card just seems good to me in this deck. They kill one of my artifacts and I bring it back as a giant flyer. I don't know. Seems cool. Okay, perfect for my crafting. Also just an artifact. This is such a cool deck. Zoetic Glyph would be fine probably, but... I do like a first check for artifacts. Second check, I think I just want the 2-drop. And I think I want most of my 2-drops to be white, because my deck is probably going to have very few blue sources in it at this point. Even though this card's better, it's like you want your cards to be castable reliably. I'm probably going to play like 11-6 or something. Maybe 10-7, but still. I don't think I need the Hulk. Runaway Boulder, yeah. I have these 2 reliquaries, which are probably better than the boulder. Better than the boulder. Lodestone Needle. Oh no, I'll just take the Cloud Guard. Well, this deck is bazonkers. I'm like mono white. I'll probably just go 10-7, keep the mana simple. That way I have a decent chance of still casting the Schooner. But a higher chance of making sure I get my double white cards. So I don't think I need this, because a lot of my good cards to get back are not creatures. I don't need this. Don't need these guys. Don't think I need these. I think these are good 5-drop value creatures. Yeah, 9-7-1 is kind of exactly what I was thinking there. I don't think I need this. It's between probably one of these two, this one or this one, because I have those 2 as removal spells. Target artifact or non-aura. So it's a good combo with the Runaway Boulder. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that, and I'm gonna cut the Whirlpool and keep the Boulder. How many artifacts do I have? 14. My gosh, this Thousand Moon Smithy is gonna be awesome. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-drops. Got good curve. Oh, I'm going to cut a land because I have clay-fired bricks. Perfect. Well, this deck is incredible. I have high hopes. Thousand Moon Smithy, obviously the art. I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my content at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you have been enjoying my videos, if they've been helping you find more success in your draft and have more fun playing Magic, and you would like to show your support, then you can do so via Patreon. It is essentially a way to tip my channel, but it also comes with some cool rewards like access to my card-by-card tier list for Lost Caverns of Ixalan and other cool things like that. I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support at the credits level. And if you're interested in learning more, you can, of course, find that at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Without further ado, though, let's get to the games. Welcome. This is almost certainly my best deck of the day, so I'm really focused. This is my chance to be a hero. Tap 5 untapped artifact and/or creatures. So I need to get to 5 permanents in play by then. Okay. Done. Gonna play this guy because he hits like a truck. So next turn I can play this. I'll have 3 artifacts. The following turn I might be able to get it going. Number of artifacts and creatures. Pre-combat main phase, so I'm only at 4. Because I couldn't get this into play yet. So now I can activate it. Yes! Oh, they weren't ready for the smithy. They weren't ready for the smithy. Yes! Oh, we're 1-0, baby. We're 1-0. It's smithy time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be smithy day. Oh, that's a satisfying feeling. Oh, that was a good win. We're going to win basically every game we draw the tactician table. Or whatever it's called. I think I've realized, I think a lot of the blue cards are just generally like underpowered. Like you don't really want to play them. But blue has some like absurdly good cards for the artifacts deck as like payoffs. Like the blue, white, gold uncommon is really, really, really good. And can like be an engine piece. And blue has kind of similar things with some of the other colors. Like Captain Storm for blue-red is like incredible. The Cog Worker is honestly very good in blue-red as well. I haven't really seen blue-green come together. I haven't really seen blue-black come together at all. I think I got wrecked by it once, but like generally speaking, blue-red artifacts has been the best blue deck, I think, and then blue-white artifacts second, because I think blue has some really good artifact synergies. In terms of white-green, I have not seen come together. The aggression just doesn't seem to stick very well there, and going into the late game, it's a little bit dicey, at least in my experience. It can grind because it has some really good dinosaurs. And then white-blue, I already talked about. White-red, I have not had success with. Ooh, oh, baby, we got the smithy. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Three. White red I haven't seen come together that well. I'm willing to take absurd amounts of damage to keep my permanents around right now. Definitely willing to take 4. This is a good design. If it said beginning of combat, it would be way too good. Maybe not for constructed, though. I don't know. Oh, yeah, so getting back to the colors. White-red has felt medium to me. I feel like the versions I've had have maybe not done what they are hoping to do sometimes. Okay, that's fine. I guess that lets them attack me. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. I wasn't going to block is the thing. But they didn't know that. And they couldn't attack last turn. So here I can tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to stop on my upkeep just in case. So that I can make a 1/1 if I need to. I hope they don't upbraid it. That'll slow me down. They scry 3 to the top. Oh, I screwed that up big time. I forgot that this would be tapped. It's so weird because when you craft something, it doesn't do that. When you craft, it leaves and then comes back. I guess I don't have that many spells, but it still feels bad. Because I would have... Jeez Louise. These are all great. I can flip this next turn and play this. Quintorius lives. They just take 17 or 16. Yes! Yes! Another win. Maybe I should have attacked Quintorius with my 5/5 last turn. It would have done the same thing. No, because they killed my other guy. Yeah, I could have attacked Quintorius with my 5/5. And that way they would have had a chump block to protect him. Okay, I've learned my valuable lesson. The card taps itself when it flips. It's not like craft. It's weird because when you're playing the set, the craft cards exile and come back, and the flip cards just flip, which is incredible. Like, it sounds like it would be simple because you're just reading the card and doing what it says, but it's in your head that, okay, this card just flips over. And for other cards, like, oh, this card exiles and comes back, and it just affects things. It's like, oh gosh. Nice little 2-0 start, though. I'm feeling really good. I haven't even drawn my good blue cards yet. My schooner. The schooner. But yeah, here we go. Round 3. Nice. Oh my gosh, this hand is incredible. This hand is fantastic. Turn 2 schooner. We're on the draw, but turn 2 schooner. No! Come on, buddy. I wish I was on the play just once. No, it's okay. I'm not going to complain. This deck is great. Do I want to trade damage right now? We'd both be at 17. No. But I want to be able to attack with my schooner later. So I want to have a high enough life total to be able to attack with that. They know most of my cards, and so they know that I don't have a creature right now. Dang it, they hit a land. So I can take 7 here, or I can double block this guy. Because next time I'm flipping this. So if I have a 4/4, 4/4 can block there, 2/2s can block there. I can take 4 more going down to 3. Or I can block there and there can still be 2 4/4s. If I'm buying back an artifact, I'll want to buy back the removal spell almost certainly. This is where I need to draw a good spell. Yep, I just drew very badly. I mean, I drew 10 lands. Because if I cycle this into the reliquary, I'm still alive. So close. That was actually close. Unfortunate, though. I mean, I drew 10 lands, they drew 4. That's just what happens. Okay, we're not going to put too much stock in that game. I played it really well, though. I played to my outs there at the end. You saw. You could see. You saw that he played the outs. You saw it. Okay. If I just drew, like, 2 more spells. Just a smidgen more. I scried that one turn. I mean, I cycled that one turn where I really needed to hit a creature, and I hit the creature. I felt like a genius. And then I just drew lands every other turn. I think I cycled my boulder, and then I drew a land every single turn for the rest of the game. That's what they say, though. When you cycle the boulder, get ready for the land. Oh, I forgot I had this card in my deck. I haven't seen it yet. Would have been good to get last game against all those menace creatures. Also, have I been on the draw every time? I feel like I'm always on the draw. But maybe that's just a state of mind. I'm like in draw mindset. Always look on the draw side of life. Oh no. Merfolk becomes tapped. Okay, they barely hit. They're playing white mana. Interesting. We're toting. We're just working our way up to this guy. Never leave home without a gnome. That's my motto. I love that that's the flavor text. Never leave home without a gnome. You know how it goes. Those crafty gnomes. Here's the brawler. So far, this card's doing very little. Okay, we're going to want to kill that before it becomes a problem. Yeah, I'm not going to block. Every 1/1 is going to be a 2/2 eventually. Why didn't they activate this? Oh, I'm so smart. Played around that brackish blunder, didn't I, opponent? You weren't ready for that one. I was thinking, what could they have? And I was like, they could have some sort of bounce spell. But I couldn't put my finger on which one it was in my tired state, despite the fact that I like this card. I was like, what could they have? Could be anything. I really want to get rid of their hexproof thing. Pup. I'll take a pup. might seem spewy, but I have all this removal in my hand, and I just want to spend my mana. And next turn I'm going to get another land with clay-fired bricks. Probably. Or get more stuff with Tinker's Tote. It might depend. I might attack with this guy, see if there's a land on top. And if there's a land on top, I'll bounce the Tote. Otherwise, I'll bounce this thing. Now I know what I'm doing. Because I'm going to get rid of the frog. And now it's worth bouncing the bricks now. Because that way when I scry, I'll get to keep the card on top. If I want it. And I no longer want the land. I haven't played a single non-white card this game. Good game. I'll send in with the squad. It was a bit of an overkill. Only got them to -19. Let's go. This deck is awesome. This is what makes Magic fun, is having a deck like this every once in a while. You're just like, oh, okay, this is like the best deck I could have. Just like every artifact synergy, I'm playing like mono white almost. In a lot of these games, I've got like really cheap removal spells, so it feels like I'm playing like a constructed format, because I'm like playing like 1 mana exile your guy with like basically no downside. Just feels awesome. Tinker's Tote is really carrying the team on this one. This is a great draft. But yeah, I'm hoping we can go all the way. Hoping we can get those sweet, sweet W's. Yes. The Thousand Moon Smithy is here. If I draw a Tinker's Tote, it would be perfect. Because then I have 2-drop, Tinker's Tote, this thing, and then I can flip this on the next turn. I can't use it, but I can flip it. Meanwhile, in the world of reality, my opponent is curving out 1, 2, 3 on the play against me. I do not like that, Sam I am. How was I on the draw again? Couldn't I just be on the play just once? Please. Please, sir. That's right. Just disgusting. I try not to play around uncommons too often, but that might have been worth it doing. If I'd been on the play, I would have won this game easily. It's just the classic. Such a vibe. I feel so sad. Oh my gosh, my opponent could have even gotten another treasure. Because I play 2-drop, and then I got my 3-drop, 4-drop. I've got a much more full board because I don't have to block, because they don't have all their pressure on me. Oh, this is so tough. Oh, man. I have a couple ways to get this back. I'm going to lose this game now. And it's such a travesty. Oh my gosh. Best of one magic is just brutal. They literally went 1, 2, 3 on the play. It's like... And I literally didn't miss a curve drop spot either. Just because I was on the draw, I couldn't do anything. Oh my gosh. What is this? What kind of sick game are we playing here? I really just want to spin the wheel on this. If I find the Tinker's Toad, I'm fine. I just need one. There's some life gain. This game is intense. Yes! I ended up putting it back on that guy anyway. Definitely gonna multi-block that guy. Do I have another Duskro's Reliquary? I don't. Yeah, I do. Maybe? Yeah, it's in here somewhere. Zoyowa. This is incredible for me. I just have to make sure I gain enough life. Don't want to get burned out by surprise. Can't attack because this is a 2-3. I just have infinite life gain at this point. I just have to make sure I play this correctly. Artifact or non-aura enchantment from your graveyard to the battlefield. I could just return a clay-fired bricks, right? And then flip it. mana is more valuable right now. Sure. So I have 2 blockers for that, 2 blockers for that, blocker for that. Still grinding away. Blink, blink, blink. Four and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This game is insane. Gosh darn it. Scry to the top, okay. Now it's my turn to attack, buddy. I totally forgot this guy had Death Touch. That's a draw. Three, 6, 9, 12, 18. Yeah, I've definitely got. Yes! Yes! What a game! What a game! Yes! Oh my gosh, I can't believe we won that. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going to lose after I was such a fool for animating my thing. I wasn't sure how this interaction would. When they exiled this thing, I was like, oh, I can make a big artifact. But I could have just brought it back with one of my old tech archaeologists, and then it would have been safe, I think. Yeah, because they can't. Oh, non-basic land. They could have exiled it as a land, but still, I would have gotten at least another guy out of it. Yes! That was huge. That was absolutely massive. Oh my gosh, what a win. That was fantastic. I'm so thrilled. I thought I was dead, but I wasn't. My gosh. I'm just going to play this one until the bitter end. The section of the event where it's player versus player and the draft is almost over, but I'll just finish as many rounds as I can with this one. That was the most epic game. That was so awesome. I'm sure I didn't play it perfectly, but I played it well enough. My gosh. Well, this could be a quick one. Are we on the play this time? Finally? Turn 2, Schooner. Turn 3, Sunscribe. Actually, turn 3, maybe Tinker's Tote. Turn 4, this plus Sunscribe. Tinker's Tote gained me so much life that game. I looped it so many times. definitely Tinker's Toad here. Yep, I'll keep that on top. If they don't kill any of my creatures, I am going to be able to flip this. And use it. Yeah, I don't even care about that. I too have a 6/6. This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh, the smithy plus the tote. With the hammer and the backpack, all is possible. And they're going spelunking. This game is not going to last much longer, I can assume. Unless they kill my thing. If they don't mess with my board at all, the game is over, because I just get to make another giant creature. And I'll petrify their guy. I just wish I had more rounds with this deck. That's all I'm thinking to myself. Maybe I was supposed to play this thing instead, because then I could have played a land. Because I'm worried about losing an artifact to a discard spell, but I would have had an extra land if I'd played this one. For a second, I thought this was like the destroy a land card, and I was like, oh, well done. Three, four, five, six. Yeah, I'll keep the boulder. What a game. I mean, they didn't do much this game, but... we took over with the Barracks of the Thousand. Never leave home without a gnome. I feel like a broken anime character or something with one catchphrase. I guess it's not an anime thing. A broken animatronics character, that's what I meant. Like Jack in the Box that always says the same thing. Yes! Bit of overkill, never hurt anybody. Whew. That was awesome. I think this is going to be the last round. Time is expiring on the clock. Five and 1. Then 6 and 1. That one round just took a marathon, but it was so worth it. Very happy with this deck. This format's interesting because you can't really splash that much because the fixing is kind of jank. But there are some really good cards, and so that's how I was able to play the Schooner, was because I got really deep into a color so I wouldn't have to splash it. But I was able to fit like 7 islands in my deck to play it on turn 2. It's an interesting puzzle to solve. I really like this deck. The Artifacts deck is like my favorite deck, I think, so far. It just does some really crazy late game stuff. The other deck that I like, I don't even have a second favorite. This is like my favorite archetype, I think, right now. Blue-red Artifact aggro looks really, really strong and pretty interesting. That deck could be fearsome. Ooh, nice. The rematch. Nobody else is queuing up, I guess. Yes, the Smithy, the Tote. Oh my gosh. I was hoping for Clayfire. I was literally going to say, I hope I draw Clayfired bricks so I can make sure I hit my land drops. I need 1 land, and I'm going to flip the Smithy again. It's going to be GG. Yes! Oh, we were going to win that game. 6 and 1. I wonder if I'll have time to queue for one more match. Go for the max wins. And if so, if I'll play against the same person again. Yes, we have time. We got in. You folks can't see the timer, but it's like 1 minute before the event closes for finding foes. Maybe I'll pair against the same person again. There's only one other person in the queue, and they're looking for me. But I guess they just lost to me twice, so maybe they're out of lives. But yeah. If there's anybody else in the queue, I will find them. While I wasn't able to get one more round in, I am able to access the deck list to give a awesome wrap up. I mean, this deck had it all. We had Thousand Moon Smithy, which is maybe the best rare we could have opened. We had Braided Net, which was absurd in the game where we really needed it. This card carried us through. We had the Subterranean Schooner. Clay Fired Bricks was amazing. We had these great removal spells. The Runaway Boulder was honestly pretty good. And I liked the Oltec Architects chaining together Tinker's Totes to gain us enough life to not die to those slow drains. The one time we cast Abuela's Awakening, it did some decent stuff. Though we could have probably done that a little bit better using the Oltecs. But my gosh, this deck was so awesome. And I'm really glad we got a 6-1 run. If you did enjoy this video, in the comments section down below, leave hashtag never leave home without a gnome. That's a bit of a long hashtag, so if you want to do a bit of a shorter one, leave hashtag backpack to let me know you made it all the way till the end of the video, because the tote definitely carried. Or you can leave hashtag strategy, because I just love the way these guys are strategizing around their smithy. I guess they're building swords, but it looks like they're strategizing. But yeah, I really, really had a lot of fun with this one, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. And yeah, once again, thank you to Wizards of the Coast for giving me access to the early access streamer event so I could make this video for all of you. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.